Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJ Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Friday, January 24th, 2025. That's Torah every single weekday morning for almost 5 years, with friends from all over the world coming to say hello. It's good to see you, Adele, Bensi, Lauren, Arlene, Lisa, Richard, it's good to see you. Penny, thank you. It's broadcast 1226. Debbie, sending love to Colorado. Hope that you're well. Valerie, good morning, my friend. Haley, Jonathan, Bensi Boker Tov to you too. Carl and Linda, yes, please God, looking forward to exhaling as well. Amy and Jack sending love to Columbus. Linda, I should say, sending love to Florida. Catherine sending love to Australia. Have I mentioned recently how much we appreciate you? I appreciate you. Peter sending love to Frankfurt. So good to see you. Stacy and Anya, Tziona and Deborah. Deborah sending love to Ohio. Debbie and Linda, Minna, Judy, Barry, Natalie, Caroline, good morning. Ron and Rose, Lisa, sending love to the Bay Area. Joyce, good to see you too. Janice, welcome. Shari, hi. Natalia, okay. A lot of good friends. That's the right way to start a day. And for some of us, like Catherine, to be awake at 1 a.m. with dear friends. Chana, oh my gosh, you're in Jerusalem. Do me a favor, even before I pick up the guitar and we say anything else. Please, friends, just send your heart to Chana. Chana, take all of our hearts through yours and offer a prayer to the Jerusalem sky. For us, just carry it. I know God is everywhere and we all have access. We don't need an intermediary for our prayers. But just for a second, hold all of our hearts in the heart of our people. Thanks for being our anchor. Ron, it's good to see you too. Hi, Joy, sending love to Minneapolis. All right, here we go. Let's take a breath. Sing a bracha. Learn some Torah. Haley, you're sharing that tonight you're celebrating a 95-year-old birthday of a man named Zev, who's a survivor of Auschwitz. You will honor him tonight at Shabbat services. Today's Torah is for him. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see all of you. Today is broadcast 1226. Today is day 476 of war. Today, or Sunday, Valerie's 10th grade daughter is moving to Jerusalem for a semester of study with the Ramah Tri program, a semester in Israel. Bless her. Bless her. That's what we should be doing. And I am so touched, friends, to be able to start each day with a community of caring people. There's so much happening. Most of all, please God, 4 more of our beloved hostages are coming home tomorrow. I don't take it for granted. I say poo 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 in my heart every time I say anything positive right now. But I want to bless us to hold on to the possibility of that. And at the same time, we're also, theoretically, though this might be psychological torture from Hamas, going to be hearing the status of the other hostages that are on this first phases list. I don't know what to do with that information except to say that whenever we say bring them home now, we mean it. And knowing who and how they are is one step closer to universes being reunited. I can't imagine being a family member of a hostage whose name is not on that list. I can't imagine really even my situation, let alone anyone else's. If some of you have read the incredibly beautiful piece that Rachel Goldberg Poland wrote yesterday on Times of Israel, you understand that there are people in this world who can still speak eloquently from the midst of this, and they must be our North Stars. So even before I share a little bit of Torah, please with me, friends. And Chana, thank you for being our anchor in Israel. Valerie, your daughter, without knowing it, is also our anchor in Israel. Just send your hearts. And whatever you're feeling, I'm offering you comfort, but let's all also be humble. We don't know the intensity of this feeling the way hostages' families do. As I've said earlier this week, because of the horrific necessity of this deal, murderers have also been set free, and so there are family members of victims of terror who are witnessing this. I can't fathom their hearts. Ari Fold, of blessed memory, was a victim of terror, a beautiful human being, and his brother Hillel has been writing tremendous pieces with pain and in support of all of the hostages coming home. So I look at Hillel, I look at Rachel, I look at the Hostages and Missing Families Forum that UJA has been supporting since day one, as they hold our precious family members safe, providing them a space to gather. There's a company actually that my sister in Tel Aviv works for called Checkpoint. It's a very famous data and tech company that donated a building, a huge building in Tel Aviv, to the forum right after October 7th, and they have been using that building since. A beautiful building as the base for the forum. We have watched beauty from the hearts of our people all of these days. Today is one such day that we should not miss the beauty of what it is to be Am Yisrael. It's a hard day because it's hard. There's no other way to describe it. So let's learn some Torah. Let it be a support to us as we support each other and we support our people. And please God, we emerge from this 476 so far day ordeal. We heal enough that we can be strong enough to be a blessing again for the world. Right now, holding our tribe strong has been an exertion, an effort. Mickey, thank you for sharing our Torah from England. It's good to see you. Let's learn some Torah. It's Parshat Vaeira, and we, in so many ways, have been in this parsha all our lives. And by all our lives, I mean our ancestors too. What is it for God to say to Moshe in Hebrew, V'gam ani shamati et na'akat b'nei Israel, asher Mitzrayim ma'avidim otam, va'ezkor et briti. The English translation that I have in front of me says, I have now heard the moaning of the Israelites because the Egyptians are holding them in bondage, and I have remembered my covenant. It's a decent translation, but I still don't understand. Now I have heard. We were slaves for hundreds of years. Now you hear us? How must it have felt for Moshe, who grew up in the palace, separated in some ways from his people's suffering? But how must it have felt for the people whose ancestors died as slaves? Now you hear me? Where have you been? And the next verses are not an answer to this question. They might offer some wisdom, but we have every right to that question. And yes, remember what Elie Wiesel of blessed memory taught us. When people say about Auschwitz, where was God? The question is not where was God, where was man? So when I say, God, where have you been in our modern context, I point at countless human beings who have not shown up as fully human. Where have they been? And this is the language that follows, and you might recognize it because we share it at Pesach, we share it at Seder. This is chapter 6, verses 6 through 8. It's going to read the English. Say therefore to the Israelite people, I am God. I will free you from the labors of the Egyptians and deliver you from their bondage. I will redeem you with an outstretched arm and through extraordinary chastisements, and I will take you to be my people, and I will be your God. And you shall know that I, God, am your God, who freed you from the labors of the Egyptians. I will bring you into the land which I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and I will give it to you for possession. I, God. Now, you might recognize the English, but the Hebrew words also should be familiar. I'll read the verbs that stand out. V'hotzeti, v'hitzalti, v'ga'alti, v'lakachti. 4 languages of redemption. V'hotzeti, I will take you out of where you are. V'hitzalti, and I will save you. V'ga'alti, I will redeem you. V'lakachti, I will claim you. These are stages of redemption. Stages of redemption. It doesn't happen in one moment. It never has. Phases of release. What a phrase. But it is the way it's been. Every day, when I broadcast from home at least, I look at Omer Shem Tov. I look at his face. Every day, I look at Oded Lifshitz. I know we are focused, we have been, but it just takes too long. If we could snap our fingers, or if God would, it wouldn't be reality, but wouldn't it be nice? Valerie, that's beautiful. She suggests, let's keep saying Shema, connecting with Hashem. Of course. All of us have the power to send our hearts. And we're the community that shows up. So I know I'm literally preaching to the beautiful souls who preach this stuff. But let me encourage you, friends. Keep our beloveds right in our eyes. Wear them right on our hearts. Think of them when we walk by the way, when we sit down, when we lay down, when we rise up. Pray with me. Bring them home now. It's been too long. Hashem, ve'otzeiti, ve'hitzalti, ve'ga'alti, ve'lakachti. Those four verbs all translate in our hearts right now to one prayer. Bring them home now. So over the next day, when we find the information about these beloveds, all of it will be excruciating. Some of it, please God, we'll see 4 more souls held by their family and friends, by their people at home. Please God, 4 universes restored. We want them all. And we have every right to expect that all of them should be home, because they never should have been taken from their homes. We have so much work to do, so much rebuilding of our people. But we also need the place and time, and this might be it, as we learn and cherish our Torah and honor our ancestors and reach for the heavens. This might be the space and time for us to acknowledge that this is taking too long. One day would have been too long. 476 is an unfathomable eternity, especially for them. So let's make a deeper determination than ever before. Am Yisrael Chai. We will bring our people life, and we will do better this time around to preserve it. That's our job. So as we're getting ready for Shabbat, and as Chana holds us in our beloved Yerushalayim's heart, bringing us all to Jerusalem with her for Shabbat, let's send our hearts to the east. Chana, thank you for physically being our anchor there. And let's pray that even though liberation is always a process, it shouldn't take so long. Kol hod balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia od lo avda tikvateinu hatikva bat shnot 2000 liot am chofshi be'artzeinu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim liot am chofshi be'artzeinu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. Shabbat Shalom, my friends. See you on Monday.